Alrighty guys, it's showtime once again on the Righlon YouTube channel for the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
I used to dream of it. In the dream I was standing someplace high up. A tower or a mountain.
Okay, Espen is tripping on some
just
acid,
before
what it looks
dawn.
like is going on here. We are currently doing the Fallen quest. We have just defeated Alduin at the top of the throat of the world, and he had flew away. He had escaped us. And we are been sent to talk to either Parthamax, Angar, or Esbern to continue our quest here to find and permanently slay Alduin. And I've chosen to talk to Esbern because I've talked to Angar several times before, and I've talked to Parthamax a decent amount of time, but I haven't talked to Esbern since the Skyhaven Temple quest. This one right here, the Alduin's Wall quest.
Did you find the Elder Scroll? What happened when you took it back to the throat of the world?
I defeated Alduin, but he escaped. I need to find him.
He must have returned to Sovngarde to feed on the souls of the dead. If you don't find him soon, he'll return stronger than ever.
I know, that's why I need to find him.
Yes, we must think. He must have some means of traveling to and from Sovngarde, but no tale tells where that might be.
His dragon allies must know where this portal is.
Very true. I wonder, do you know the Jarl's palace in Whiterun?
You mean Dragon's Reach?
Yes, exactly. Most people don't know that it was originally built to hold a captive dragon, hence its name.
So if I could lure a dragon into Dragon's Reach...
You could trap him there, exactly. Although it might be difficult to persuade the Jarl to allow you to use his palace as a dragon trap. I'm sure you'll manage, though. If you can defeat the World Eater, surely sweet-talking the Jarl of Whiterun isn't beyond you. I'm afraid there's a further problem, a serious one. I've discovered who the Greybeard's leader really is.
You discovered what?
He's a dragon. Not just any dragon, but the right hand of Alduin, responsible for many atrocities during the Ancient Dragon War. The Blades have been hunting him for centuries, but he was protected by the Greybeards, and then the Emperors. Justice demands that he die for his crimes. Until he is dead, I'm afraid my oath as a Blade prevents me from offering you aid and comfort.
Where has Alduin gone?
Haven't you been listening to me? All the old tales agree that he has some means to travel to Sovngarde itself.
Okay.
There, he devours the souls of the heroic dead to feed his power. You must find his portal to Sovngarde before he returns stronger than ever.
Okay. About Parthamax.
Justice can be harsh, but it is still justice. Parthamax deserves to die.
What does he need to die?
Parthamax was the author of many atrocities during the Dragon War, crimes great enough to be remembered for thousands of years. True, he turned traitor to Alduin and helped overthrow the dragon cult, but that does not excuse or expiate his previous deeds. Whether or not he has truly repented or merely acted to save himself, justice demands that he pay with his life.
Now, I know this is kind of controversial
Then it came
to
again.
a lot of fans of Skyrim, because I guess you could say that Parthamax did pay his debt off
This
whenever
time.
he turned his back on Alduin and helped stop the dragon cult, like Esbern just said. Then again, he also did take a lot of lives before that time, and there's nothing you can really do to bring those lives back. And that's why this has always been iffy for me. And I don't know yet whether or not I would kill Parthamax or not. That is something I'll have to decide on a later time. But as of right now, we have to talk to y'all Balin of Whiterun to see if we can capture a dragon in his home. Basically, is what we're trying to ask him. And I believe this is going to set up a quest where we have to bring Ulfric Stormcloak and General Tullius into High of Hrothgar to negotiate a peace treaty between the Empire and the Stormcloaks. And once we do, and there, I think Jarl says something along those lines that we shouldn't be worried about a civil war whenever we have a dragon threat that could end the entire world. And as of right now, we haven't taken a side in any side of the quest when it comes to the civil war yet. Okay, so I need your help to bring a dragon into your home.
I must have misheard you. I thought you asked me to help you trap a dragon in my palace.
You know when asked if it wasn't important.
I'm sorry, but I can't do it. We'll just have to keep fighting the dragons as best we can.
I need your help. I need to trap a dragon in your palace.
What you're asking for is insane. Impossible. You want me to let a dragon into the heart of my city? With the threat of war on my doorstep?
Yeah, there it is. It's the only way to stop the dragon attacks.
There must be another way. The risk is too great.
The threat is worse than you know. Alduin has returned.
Alduin, the World Eater himself. But how can we fight him? Doesn't his return mean it's the end times?
It's only hopeless if we give up.
I didn't say anything about giving up. Now what's this nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace?
It's the only way to find Alduin before it's too late.
I want to help you, Dragonborn. And I will. But I need your help first. Ulfric and General Tullius are both just waiting for me to make a wrong move. Do you think they will sit idle while the dragon is nonsense about trapping a dragon in my palace? I want to help you. Ulfric, do you think they will sit? No. I can't risk weakening the city while we are under the threat of enemy attack.
What if you didn't have to worry about an enemy attack?
Then I would be glad to help you with your mad dragon trapping scheme. But getting both sides to agree to a truce will be difficult at this point. The bitterness has gone too deep. Maybe. What of the Greybeards? They are respected by all Nords. High Hrothgar is neutral territory. If the Greybeards were willing to host a peace council, then maybe Ulfric and Tullius would have to listen.
Leave that to me. I'll talk to Angar about hosting a peace council.
Aye, Dragonborn. Maybe you can stop the dragons and this war into the bargain.
Okay, so
what's the hurry?
what we have to do now is talk to Angar, then go to Windhelm, talk to Ulfric, go to Solitude, and then talk to Geno Tullius. And then we can finally have the peace treaty. And a big reason why I haven't done anything in the Civil War yet is so I can get this quest right here, Season Unending. It's an optional quest, part of the main quest line. And you can only do it if one side of the Civil War has 8 or less holds captured. If you've completed the Civil War quest line, you can't do this quest because there won't be no need to. That's why I haven't done it yet, because I want to be able to show this to you.
Alduin? We heard the Dragon Wren shout from here. You defeated him?
Yes. Yes, but he escaped. I need to find his portal to Sovngarde.
I feared as much. I thought it was him we saw flying east after your battle.
I need your help. I need to capture a dragon.
We are not warriors. What is overlooked in the Dragonborn is not permitted to any other followers of the Way of the Voice.
I'll worry about capturing a dragon. I need your help to stop the war.
You misunderstand our authority. The Greybeards have never involved themselves in political affairs.
Jarl Balgruuf won't help me while the war rages.
I see. The dragon will lead you to Alduin, but without the Jarl's help.
Both sides respect the Greybeards. They will listen.
Paarthurnax has made the decision to help you. This is the road we have to walk. Even the Greybeards must bend to the winds of change, it seems. So be it. Tell Ulfric and General Tullius
that the Greybeards wish to speak to them. We will see if they still remember us.
Alrighty. Thank you, Angelo.
High above, voice within.
Yes. Okay, let's go talk to, I'll say Ulfric, since he prides himself on being a Nord more than Genotellus, or at least that's, yeah, prides himself on being a Nord, and the Greybeards are highly respected to the Nords.
Don't be so sure of that. We've intercepted couriers from Solitude. The Empire's putting a great deal of pressure on Whiterun.
And what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against us.
He knows that. They all know that.
They're talking about, Jarl Balgruuf of Whiterun right now.
How long are you going to wait?
You think I need to send Balgruuf a stronger message?
If by message you mean shoving a sword through his gullet.
Taking his city and leaving him in disgrace would make a more powerful statement, don't you think?
So we're ready to start this war in earnest then?
Soon.
I still say you should take them all out like you did dead King Torrig.
Torrig was merely a message to the other Jarls. Whoever we replace them with will need the support of our armies.
We're ready when you are.
Things hinge on Whiterun. If we can take the city without bloodshed, all the better. But if not...
The people are behind you.
Many, I fear, still need convincing.
Then let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom. But people are still weighing things in their hearts.
What's left of Skyrim to wager?
They have families to think of.
How many of their sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend. Tell me, Galmar, why do you fight for me?
I'd follow you into the depths of oblivion. You know that.
Yes, but why do you fight? If not for me, what then?
I'll die before elves dictate the fates of men. Are we not one in this?
I fight for the men I've held in my arms, dying on foreign soil. I fight for their wives and children whose names I heard whispered in their last breath. I fight for we few who did come home, only to find our country full of strangers wearing familiar faces. I fight for my people, impoverished to pay the debts of an empire too weak to rule them, yet brands them criminals for wanting to rule themselves. I fight so that all the fighting I've already done hasn't been for nothing. I fight because I must.
Your words give voice to what we all feel, Ulfric. And that's why you will be High King. But the day words are enough will be the day when soldiers like us are no longer needed.
I would gladly retire from the world, were such a day to dawn.
Aye, but in the meantime, we have a war to plan.
So, Ulfric Stormcloak was a part of the Imperial army, and I believe he fought in the Great War, which the Great War was the Empire versus the Aldmeri Dominion, and the Aldmeri Dominion is like the ruling faction of the Thalmor, so they're basically the same things. And I guess the Great War caused some hatred for the Thalmor in Ulfric's heart.
Yes,
like
make
all
it
of
quick.
us, really.
I'm a busy man.
But we gotta get this on the move here.
Only the foolish or the courageous approach a Jarl without summons. Do I know you?
Why can't it be both? How was it helping?
Ah, yes. Destined for the chopping block, if I'm not mistaken.
I was set free, could have gone anywhere, came here to fight the Empire. I'm not choosing a side just yet.
A fair. I'm always looking. Seems we're all... So long as your criminal past stays in the past. And you fight for me with honor and integrity.
Never come here to join
We'll
the
welcome
Stormcloaks,
you
I just
into our
came
ranks.
to talk about
Speak with Galmar.
the Greybeards.
It's about time they turned their gaze from the heavens back to our bleeding homeland. What do they want?
Don't to negotiate a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with.
I have the greatest respect for the Greybeards, of course. And the dragon attacks are a growing plague. But the political situation is still delicate. Not all the Jarls are fully committed to supporting me as High King. I can't afford to appear weak. I can't agree to this unless Tullius himself will be there.
Politics be damned. Alduin has returned.
Alduin? The world eater of song and legend? If that's true, well, it changes the situation, doesn't it? Even Tullius may be forced to talk sense in the face of such a threat.
So you'll come to the Peace Council?
Yes. I'll give Tullius one more chance to quit Skyrim with his tail between his legs.
Okay, we got Ulfric there. Now, I'm pretty sure when it comes to persuading Ulfric like I had just done, your speech has to be level 25 or higher. And if you just saw my level up, when it comes to my speech is 34, so I can get Ulfric, but I'm pretty sure Junior will tell us you have to be level of speech of 50 or higher in order to persuade him. But I'm pretty sure if we select the right dialogue, he'll agree to it anyhow. But when it comes to that Peace Council, I'm going to try and be as unbiased and as neutral as I can be. Just because I haven't chosen a side yet and I don't really know which side I'm going to choose yet. This is a side quest right here that I'll be doing here soon. So I'm going to get the job.
Think that you're missing out on some wonderful opportunity.
Ulfric's planning an attack on Whiterun.
He'd be insane to try. He doesn't have the men.
That's not what my scouts report, sir. Every day more join his cause.
What the rebels like to forget
and
is that the Empire's what's
him.
keeping the Dominion out of Skyrim.
It's not a cause. It's a rebellion.
Call it whatever you like, General. The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Jarl Balgruuf.
Balgruuf refuses the Legion's right to garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
Well, if he wants to stand outside the protection of the Empire, fine. Let Ulfric pillage his city.
General.
You people and your damn Jarls.
Sir, you can't force a Nord to accept help he hasn't asked for.
If Ulfric's making a move for Whiterun, then we need to be there to stop him. Draft another letter with the usual platitudes, but this time share some...
Keep an eye out for trouble. It's only a matter of time.
Embellish if you have to. We'll let it seem like it's his idea.
Yes, sir.
You Nords and your bloody sense of honor.
Sir.
I believe Juno Tellus is either a Breton or an Imperial. That's his race.
You were at Helgen.
She's a Nord, and I believe he's a Nord
Speak
too.
to Legate Ricka.
Sir.
Suspect we could use someone like you. Speak with Legate Ricka. She will determine if you are Legion material.
I have a message from the Greybeards.
The Greybeards? What do those old hermits want with me?
They're convening a peace council at Higher Rothgard.
Why? There's nothing to discuss as long as that traitor Ulfric is in arms against his rightful emperor.
We need a truce until the dragon menace is dealt with.
They are getting to be a problem. But I wasn't sent to Skyrim to fight dragons. My job is to quell this rebellion, and I intend to do just that. Dragons or no dragons.
Alright, well, don't you think it might be harder with dragons? Attacking that's an unbiased dragon, killing both sides? The dragons are a bigger problem than Stormcloaks.
I'll be the judge of that. Besides, by all reports, the Stormcloaks are suffering just as much as we are from these dragon attacks.
The best time to negotiate is from a position of strength.
Fair enough. We're driving the Stormcloaks back well enough at the moment, but we're already overstretched. That's what comes of trying to win a war with a bare handful of legions. If the Emperor would just give me the reinforcements I've requested.
You'll come to the Peace Council then?
Yes, fine. I'll come to this Greybeard Council. For all the good it will do.
Okay. So, we're 2 for 2.
So, you've done it. The men of violence are gathered here, in these halls whose very stones are dedicated to peace. I should not have agreed to host this council. The Greybeards have no business involving ourselves in such matters.
The seasons change just like how you have to, Angar. Don't worry. I'll get them to agree to peace.
Peace? I doubt it. They may put their weapons down for a moment, but only to gather strength for the next bloodletting. They are not yet tired of war. Far from it. Do you know the ancient Nord word for war? Season unending. And so it has proved. But regrets are pointless. Here we are. Take your seat at the council table, and let us see what wisdom we can find among these warriors of Skyrim.
I don't know why, but I'm more excited now to do this than I was beforehand. Something that I like about doing playthroughs of Skyrim is that it gives me another new, fresh reason to play Skyrim.
You know why we're here.
We got Ulfric Stormcloak, we got Galmor here, that's his top lieutenant, I believe. And we have General Tullius with, yeah, she's here, Leget is here, which is like his top lieutenant. We have Jarl Elisif the Fair, and she's currently the Jarl of Solitude, and she's also the widow of High King Toreg, which General Tullius killed. And we have Elenwen here. She was the, she's the Thalmor ambassador for Skyrim. She was also in the diplomatic immunity quest. She was in the Thalmor embassy with us. I'm surprised she's not saying anything.
Take your seat, and we can begin.
And so we meet again.
Yeah.
But this time I know who and what you really are.
Yeah.
Why delay? Now that everyone is here, please take your seats so we can begin.
And it's Esbern and Delphine. I didn't see those earlier, or them earlier.
I hope that we have all come here in the spirit of...
You insult us by bringing her to this negotiation? You're Chief Talos Hunter?
That didn't take long.
Here, here.
I have every right to be at this negotiation. I need to ensure that nothing is agreed to here that violates the terms of the White Gold Concordat.
She's part of the Imperial delegation. You can't dictate who I bring to this council.
Please, if we have to negotiate the terms of the negotiation, we will never get anywhere.
He's got a point.
Perhaps this would be a good time to get the Dragonborn's input on this matter.
By Izmir's beard, the nerve of those Imperial bastards, eh? To think that I would sit down at the same table with that Thalmor bitch. Either she walks or I do.
Okay, I agree that Thalmor have no business here. Because this is a matter of Skyrim. But then again, the Thalmor have a huge hand in Skyrim currently. Yeah, I say we... this is a tough one here. Yeah, I'm good with the Thalmor having no
I'm
business
glad
here.
we agree on this.
Very well, Ulfric. Enjoy your petty victory. The Thalmor will treat with whatever government rules Skyrim. We would not think of interfering in your civil war.
Well, you're here right now, so...
Skyrim will never bow to the Thalmor.
I agree with you, Galmor.
Unlike your Imperial friends here.
You're lucky I respect the Greybeard's counsel, Galmar.
Legate, we represent the Emperor here.
Sorry, sir. It won't happen again.
Hey, we
Now
got
that
Lydia
that's
too.
settled, may we proceed?
I have something to say first.
Here we go.
The only reason I agreed to attend this council was to deal with the Dragon Menace. There's nothing else to talk about. Unless the Empire is finally ready to renounce its unjust claim to rule over the free people of Skyrim.
I knew he wouldn't be able to resist.
Arrange a temporary truce to allow the Dragonborn here to deal with the dragons, nothing more. I consider even talking to the Empire a generous gesture.
Are you done? Did you just come here to make speeches, or can we get down to business?
Yes, let's get this over with.
Are we ready to proceed? Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, This council is unprecedented. We are gathered here at the Dragonborn's request. I ask that you all respect the spirit of High Hrothgar, and do your best to begin the process of achieving a lasting peace in Skyrim. Who would like to open the negotiations?
Yes, let's get down to it. We want control of Markarth. That's our price for agreeing to a truce.
So that's why you're here, Ulfric? You dare to insult the Greybeards by using this council to advance your own position?
Jarl Elisif.
General, this is outrageous. You can't be taking this demand seriously. I thought we were here to discuss a truce.
Elisif, I said I'd handle it. Ulfric, you can't seriously expect us to give up Markarth at the negotiating table. You hope to gain in council what you've been unable to take in battle, is that it?
I'm sure Jarl Ulfric does not expect something for nothing.
Yes, that'd be entirely out of character.
Want in return?
Wait, General, you don't intend to just hand over Markarth to that traitor?
This is how the Empire repays us for our loyalty?
Enough! First, let's be clear. This council wasn't my idea. I think it's a waste of time. You are a traitor to the Empire, and deserve a traitor's death. But I at least will negotiate in good faith. Since we're all here at your request, I'd like to hear what you think Markarth is worth.
Okay, well, Riften, Dawnstar, wow. Yeah, no, okay, yeah, I say Riften is closer to the size of Markarth. So I'm gonna go with Riften.
The rift would help secure our communications with Cyrodiil, and threatened Ulfric's southern flank.
The Dragonborn has spoken, Tullius. Markarth will be ours. Now we'll see if there's anything behind your talk with good faith.
You disappoint me, Dragonborn. I accepted your invitation on trust in your good name. But it seems you intend to favor Ulfric.
I'm favoring...
I can see now that this is not a negotiation at all.
Equality here.
I know you, Ulfric. If I hand over Markarth, you'll be ready with a new demand.
Because Dawnstar is nothing compared
You'll
to Markarth.
never defeat the Empire, and you know it. But you're willing to sacrifice thousands for your own selfish ambition. Soon enough, I'll have you back under the headsman's axe, and this time there won't be any dragon to save you.
As always, the Empire's fine words are worth nothing.
Stop! Are you so blind to our danger that you can't see past your petty disagreements? Here you sit arguing about nothing, while the fate of the land hangs in the balance.
Is he with you, Delphine? If so, I advise you to tell him to watch his tongue.
He is with me. And I advise you both to listen to what he has to say before you do anything rash.
Don't you understand the danger? Don't you understand what the return of the dragons means? Alduin has returned, the World Eater. Even now he devours the souls of your fallen comrades. He grows more powerful with every soldier slain in your pointless war. Can you not put aside your hatred for even one moment in the face of this mortal danger?
I don't know about the end of the world, but this dragon situation has gotten out of hand. If this truce will help the Dragonborn here put an end to that menace, we both gain. Remember that, Ulfric. Now, back to the matter at hand. You know as well as I do that we can't hand over Markarth on these terms.
Source bones, where will these demands end?
Out with it, then.
We want compensation for the massacre at Karthwasten.
You slaughtered the very people you claim to be fighting for. True sons of Skyrim would never do such things.
Damned Imperial lies. My men would never stoop to such methods, even in retaliation for your butchery at...
All the blood spilled in this war is on your head.
So, Dragonborn, what do you say?
Okay, I got a feeling if I say, who's to say what happened at Karthwasten would be leaning more towards Ulfric's favor, and we have leaning to his favor a bit whenever we let Alduin leave, or made her leave, which was the Thalmor ambassador that was sitting right here. So I'm gonna go with Ulfric should compensate you.
Well said. For once you'll actually pay for your crimes. I suppose that's the fairest deal we're likely to get.
It seems we may have an agreement. Jarl Ulfric, General Tullius, these are the terms currently on the table. Markarth will be handed over to Ulfric's forces, Jarl Igmund will step down, and Thongvor Silverblood will become the Jarl of Markarth. The Stormcloaks will withdraw from the rift, allowing Imperial troops unhindered access. Jarl Layla Lawgiver will step down, and Maven Blackbriar will become the Jarl of Riften. The Stormcloaks will pay appropriate compensation for the massacre at Carthwayston. You both agree to this?
The Sons of Skyrim will live up to their agreements, as long as the Imperials hold to theirs. What about you, Elisif? Are these terms to your liking? Speak up! I'm sure General Tullius is waiting to do your bidding.
I have nothing to say to that murderer. General, you've proven yourself a good friend to Skyrim. I continue to trust that you will do your utmost to safeguard our interests.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. I appreciate your loyalty. The Empire can live with these terms, yes, for a temporary truce, until the dragon menace is dealt with. After that, Ulfric, there will be a reckoning. Count on it.
Come on, Dalmar. We have a lot of work to do.
Giving up Markarth is a heavy price for this truce, Dragonborn. I hope it was worth it.
Jarl Balgruuf, I assume you are familiar with the Dragonborn's plan?
Yes, I'm ready to do my part. Just say the word, and my men will help you spring this trap.
But the difficulty remains how to lure a dragon to Dragon's Reach at all.
Well, that's an excellent question. You haven't overlooked that little detail, have you?
Ah, I believe I can be of help here. I anticipated the problem. While you were arranging this meeting, I was busy in the library of Skyhaven Temp, an unguessed trove of lost lore. But the important thing is that the Blades recorded many of the names of dragons they slew. Cross-referencing this with Delphine's map of dragon burial sites, I believe I've identified one of the dragons that Alduin has raised up.
How does that help us?
Don't you see? The names of dragons are always 3 words of power, shouts. By calling the dragon with a voice, he will hear you wherever he might be.
Why would he come when called?
He's not compelled to, but dragons are prideful by nature and loath to refuse a challenge. Your voice in particular is likely to intrigue this dragon after your victory over Alduin. I think it's very likely that he will be unable to resist investigating your call.
So, what's this dragon's name?
Ah, indeed. I'm no master of the voice, like these worthy gentlemen, but it is written here in this scroll. Oda Ving, winged snow hunter, as I read it. Did you say something?
Something I don't understand. The Blades are trying to hide from the Thalmor, right?
I hope this truce gives you what you need.
The Thalmor ambassador sitting right here.
You'll have to speak up. I'm a little deaf in my right.
Okay, that's it for this video. We got Markarth was given to the Stormcloaks in return. Riften was given to the Imperials. And that is it for this video. This is Righlon signing off.